Hey Sioux Falls, Mike Heiberger, Principal Engineer. We're out here for our July Public Works update. Really excited to bring 3 projects that we talked about in our June episode, but also have 2 brand new projects that we get to share with you today. We're out here at Veterans Parkway and Arrowhead Parkway. We have Krista May back on the show with IDG. Krista, can you just give me a little bit of an update from the last time that we were out here as to what's been going on?
Yeah. So they're continuing utility installation. So they've gotten through the deepest stuff at the intersection.
Yep.
So we are past that. You can kind of see behind me, there's still remnants of the giant hole
For sure.
in the ground.
For sure.
So they did the deep sanitary sewer, and then they also did the deeper force casing pipe for that force main that's going to go through here.
Okay, so that's the big pipes that we see behind us right now?
So the big black pipes are the force main itself.
Okay.
And they fuse those pipes together.
Okay.
And then they'll slide them through the casing pipe that we just put under the intersection.
Gotcha. So the intersection itself, it's a metal casing pipe.
Yep.
So if we ever needed to do work on the sanitary line or otherwise, we're
Yep.
not affecting the traffic that we're building over the top of it.
Correct. Yep.
Okay, so back to the big hole and that side of things. So sanitary sewer work is continuing.
Yep.
With that, you're following up with other utilities like water main and otherwise as things move along?
Yes. So we've got the sanitary sewers heading north.
Okay.
And then the boring crews are out here actually. And so
Okay.
they've started doing the bore for the sanitary sewer crossing under Veterans Parkway
Okay.
on the south side.
Okay.
And then they're going to jump and do the water main crossing under Veterans on the north side.
Okay.
So we've got a lot of crews.
We got a lot of
And a
crews.
lot of different utilities that we're trying to tackle.
Yes, as you can see, we got a lot of equipment working out here. Okay, so let's kind of pivot a little bit and talk about traffic. From the traffic pattern, are we seeing changes, or is things kind of the same as to what we've been expecting?
It'll be set up in the same configuration probably until close to the end of the year.
Okay, and really from a traffic standpoint, obviously like any construction project, it has slowed traffic through,
Yep.
but we are still carrying traffic through the intersection.
Yep, traffic is still open north-south on
Yep.
Veterans Parkway
Okay.
and will remain so.
Okay.
And then you can come east on Arrowhead Parkway, but you
Okay.
have to turn north or south on Veterans.
Okay, so transitioning up, I think the last time we talked about the 6th and Veterans Parkway signal.
Yep.
That wasn't currently operational. Is that operational now?
Yes, so the signal is operational,
Okay.
and then they've actually taken down all of the traffic control on 6th Street, so it's open and it's ready to go.
Fully open to traffic. Awesome. Project-wise, is there anything else to report or otherwise as to what's going on out here? Anything noteworthy?
No, they're starting work on a retaining wall over by the Willow's Edge Apartments.
Okay.
And they've started working on roadway grade
Sure.
that direction.
Sure.
But it'll still be a while, I think, before we get some pavement down.
So again, a lot of equipment working out here, a lot going on, but from a progress standpoint, we've had here at the end of June, we've had a little bit of rain. Has that really affected the construction schedule much?
No, it'll slow our guys down maybe for a day,
Sure.
but they'll get right back at it.
Sure, so they can overcome any weather that we have coming
Yep.
through. Well, appreciate your time.
Thanks, Mike.
We have a new project on the list today, out here on Veterans Parkway between Arrowhead Parkway and 26th Street. We welcome Michelle Canole from the city with us.
Hello, Mike.
Hey, Michelle, can you just give us a little bit of an overview of the type of work that we have going on out here?
Yes, so we have a full depth repair, concrete repair, and joint reseal job.
Okay.
And typically the first thing that fails on a project, on a concrete project, would be the joint sealant. So that's the main driver. This street or this road is 17 years old.
Oh, wow.
So the joint sealant's been in great condition.
Sure.
But it's time to reseal, and
Sure.
being as we're in here, we might as well do the repairs that we can.
Kind of in economies of scale, we have the lane closure up, we're fixing the sealant, we might as well try and repair any
Yes. Yes.
bad areas or otherwise to help extend the life of our payments out here.
That's correct, yes.
So on this project, can you just give me a heads up, local contractor, how
Yep.
many dollars, what's the
You bet. So local contractor, yes, and the bid price on this project was about $528,000.
Okay.
And it's 2 phases.
Okay.
So right now we're in phase 1. Phase 1 is the outside lane and the shoulder area.
Okay.
So phase 2 is the inside lanes, which the lane's closest to the median.
Okay.
The contractor is almost finished with phase 1.
Okay.
So I'd say shortly after 4th of July, we should be bouncing over to the Phase 2 portion.
Gotcha. So we'll see some traffic control changes out
Yes.
here at the beginning of July.
Yes. Yep.
So traffic is single lane each direction. Is that what we're currently
Single
in?
lane each direction.
Okay.
Yes, it is. It will remain single lane both directions for Phase 2.
Okay.
So we are utilizing, for northbound traffic on the south end of our job, we're utilizing the late merge.
Oh, sure.
So
Sure, the zipper merge.
Yes, if you haven't tried that yet, hey, it's a great spot to practice it.
Yes, it's good patience to get all of our traffic flowing and getting everybody to the destination in a safe and orderly fashion.
Yes, yes.
Just project schedule wise, everything going
So
well?
everything is going along. Right now we're slated for completion probably about mid-August.
Okay.
And yeah, we do have some other areas that are going to be starting up.
Sure.
So the county, Minnehaha County, is going to be rehabbing a box culvert on 26th Street. So sometime in early July, they are going to be closing 26th Street.
Okay, so that would be 26th Street east of Veterans Parkway?
Correct, yep. Somewhere it's between Schaefer and Canyon.
Okay. And they're doing, it's a culvert project, right?
Yes, it's culvert rehab.
So culvert rehab,
Yep.
okay. So the large takeaway here is we have Veterans Parkway head-to-head, and we have detour routes around that will be signed appropriately for the closure that you will be encountering on 26th Street. So there will be routes to get around the project, but we've got a lot of construction going on over here on the east side, that's for sure, between Veterans Parkway and Arrowhead, as well as this concrete repair and then a culvert project. So we are coordinating, trying to get traffic in and around the areas.
Yes.
Well,
right.
Michelle, anything else project-wise?
No, just everyone, safety, slow down. The speed limit through here is 25 miles an hour. I know it's hard to go through at 25 miles an hour, but there are guys working directly adjacent to the live lane of traffic.
And keeping everybody safe and making sure everybody gets home safely is top priority. So
Absolutely.
We appreciate everybody's patience on it.
Well,
Thanks.
thank you.
Yes, thanks, Michelle. Hey, Sioux Falls, we've moved to another project just south of the last one. We're between 26th and 33rd, just west of Veterans Parkway. We welcome Danica from the City of Sioux Falls to the show.
Hi.
Hey, Danica, can you just give us a little bit of an overview of what we have going on out here?
Yeah, sure. We are, like you said, at 26th Street here, and we're on a shared use path. So the shared use path is for pedestrians and bicyclists.
Okay.
And it's connecting the neighborhood over by kind of like Red Oak area all the way over to the other side of Veterans on Silverthorne.
Okay. So in both instances on 26th Street, there's a pedestrian underpass, correct? That
Yes.
it ties to,
Yep.
as well as a pedestrian underpass under Veterans.
Yep, and those were existing.
Okay.
Yep.
And so this project has been in the works for a while, correct?
It has.
So there's federal funding that was available to help build this project.
Yep.
We always love those types of projects with our federal partners and state partners.
Yep.
And getting connectivity to the neighborhood and helping to get safe transportation for our pedestrians, bicyclists, and connecting to our existing network.
Yep. It's going to be a great connection. And we've already seen a lot of people using it. So.
Sure, which is a great example of it being needed to get our pedestrians in and around our neighborhoods.
Yep. We're just finishing up some grading, as you can see.
Okay.
And then there's a small chunk of concrete on the other side.
Okay,
that
that we got to finish up.
Yep.
So you're looking completion date?
I would say in the next couple weeks. I believe the contract was like November, so we have some time.
So we've got some time to finish things up, but we're probably looking maybe mid to end of July to tie things up.
Yep.
Awesome. Anything else noteworthy or otherwise on the project?
I don't think so. It's going to be awesome when it's done.
Yes,
so.
I think it'll be a great connectivity. Again, just connecting all of our different legs and spurs of bike trails that we have in our beautiful city to help get our pedestrians safely around.
Yep.
So appreciate your time.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you. We're now down here on the south side of Sioux Falls, in between Cliff Avenue, stretching over through Southeastern and to Sycamore Avenue on South Veterans Parkway. We welcome Pat Dressen back to the show from HDR. Thanks, Pat, for coming.
Absolutely.
Just give me a little bit of an overview as to what's going on out here.
Yeah, so our contractor is really concentrating right now on getting the majority of the bulk dirt out of our borrow pit over here off Cliff Avenue and hauling it across the BNS railroad tracks, building our bridge berms for the new bridge over the BNS BNSF tracks,
Okay.
and getting the dirt all the way over Southeastern Avenue.
So in order to achieve that, we had to get a permit with BNSF. I think the last time we were out, we were just on the cusp of having that permit. We have that now in hand, and we're now hauling across the railroad tracks.
Absolutely, it's really nice.
Okay, so what our traveling public would see is if they're driving down Cliff Avenue and glance over would be a lot of construction activity of scrapers and oversized trucks hauling this dirt to build the berm to get up over the railroad.
Yeah, you're going to see excavators, scrapers, off-road trucks, dozers, motor graders, everything just trying to get that dirt moved to where it needs to be.
Sure. Hey, Pat, let's talk a little bit more about that temporary crossing with BNSF. Just tell me, is it an at-grade crossing? What went into it from the permitting side and otherwise?
So yeah, after we got the permit, the BNSF came out and put like any road crossing that you would go across in a car, just in the middle of a section out here, so that the contractor can utilize it to get our dirt across the BNSF railroad tracks.
Sure, and at the same time, BNSF is still utilizing that railroad. The tracks are, the trains are still running and operating on a daily basis.
Yeah, we have a railroad guy out here on site, and he coordinates when the trains come, and he talks to the trains and makes sure nothing's in the way of their trains going across.
So we're keeping everybody safe and still getting our dirt to where it needs to be to build our bridge to get traffic safely over our roadway on Veterans Parkway.
Absolutely, yep.
In the meantime, we also have a couple of pedestrian underpasses, one just to the east of us here. Can you give us a little bit of an update as to where we're at with those?
Yeah, so there's two big pedestrian underpasses they're cast in place, so they get poured out here in place. The one right behind us here is complete. They are working on the one over between Southeastern and Sycamore Avenue.
Okay.
All of our storm sewer pipes that go all the way across underneath the road to connect the drainage across the road are now complete too.
Are now complete. Nice. So now it's just continuing to haul dirt and get things grade built up to get our roadway built.
Exactly, yep.
Let's touch a little bit. I think the last time there was a little bit of utility work. Where are we at on the utilities on Southeastern Avenue?
So the utilities on Southeastern Avenue are now complete. They just got a little bit of cleanup and testing to complete that. Otherwise, for the majority of that is done now.
So we'll see some grading work starting on Southeastern Avenue, and with the hopes of getting that roadway built in here yet this year.
Absolutely, yep.
Traffic-wise, really nothing has changed on that front. We're still Southeastern Avenue and Sycamore Avenue are both still closed.
Absolutely, yep. And the detour routes are going around to Cliff or Highway 11 over there.
Okay. So really, what we see out here, we've had a little bit of rain here. Obviously, we get some. A little bit of, I'll just say, intermittent pausing of the project or overall, but project schedule, any concerns on that front?
No, we're sitting pretty good on schedule-wise. We're doing good.
Awesome. So what we'll see is it's continuing to moving a lot of dirt out here. Traffic patterns are the same as where we were at before. Southeastern Avenue and Sycamore closed. I just, from my side of things, I appreciate your time, Pat.
Yeah, thank you.
We're back down here at I-229 and Cliff Avenue, welcoming Harry Johnston back to the show with the DOT. Welcome, Harry.
Yes, thanks for having me.
Can you give me a little bit of an overview? We were last out here for our June update. Just give me a little bit of an update of where things are at.
So the progress on the project is still ongoing, of course, working on the substructure.
Sure.
Working on getting that built, so doing some bents, pouring some concrete, getting some things put together in order to get ready for girders later on the summer.
Sure. Overall, obviously here at the end of June, we're getting a little bit of rainfall. Has that affected construction? Do you think things are still on track?
We're still making good progress.
Sure.
Still on track. Things we're working through. The moisture's welcomed. It kind of helps us with some different things, but it's good. We're working through things. We've got the pedestrian box installed.
Sure.
Working on kind of getting that. That's underneath of that southbound off-ramp.
Yep.
And we're also got some main line that we're finishing up on the east side of the bridge.
Okay.
So got the gravel on that. That's progressing.
Sure.
As well as the west side, we're working on the subgrade there and 41st Street.
Sure.
Subgrade's coming together nice.
Sure. So we've got a lot going on out here in a lot of different areas, like you said, with the ramp work, I-229 work, structure work, as well as Cliff Avenue itself. So
Yes.
Utilities progressing well on Cliff Avenue.
Yes, moving along quite well. Actually,
Sure.
we're kind of hoping that everything should kind of fall into place. We should be done with those utilities early July, be able to move into getting ready for surfacing.
Sure.
Maybe towards the end of July.
Okay.
Working towards that, getting it back open 2 lanes each direction, or 1 lane each direction.
Sure.
On Cliff Avenue for the time school starts.
Because as we all know,
Yes.
we're conveniently located right next to Lincoln High School here.
Absolutely.
And so we're striving for that goal to get traffic back open and being able to get people to school, in and out of the school.
Correct. Just moving as safely as possible. and just keep the progress moving forward. It's going to change the whole dynamic of the interchange itself, so it's going to be great once we're done.
Sure. So just kind of give me a quick highlight as to what do we have for traffic effects out here? What ramps
Sure.
are closed? What ramps are open?
So both of the northbound ramps are still open,
Okay.
but the southbound ramps are closed at Cliff Avenue.
Sure.
So we're carrying traffic on our temporary bridge as we've done for the majority of the summer here.
Yep.
And so that'll progress until the end of the summer when we get the bridge poured, the new bridge.
Sure.
For southbound, and then we'll switch traffic just before the winter to get them back onto that new structure.
Sure.
And then we won't have traffic on the temporary structure through the winter.
Sure. So it'll be nice to get everything brand new, get traffic over
Yes.
onto our new stuff, so
Absolutely.
we can start into phasing for the next
Yep.
phase of construction. out
Preparing
here.
for what's coming next year, and
Yep.
so second year of the project, and kind of, do the same thing over in 2026. So.
Well, again, this whole project, there's a lot of equipment around.
Yes.
It kind of seems the theme through my entire update today is that
Right.
a lot of construction equipment, a lot of working. Again, just asking for our residents to take your time through the construction zone,
Yes.
be patient. We want everybody to get home safe.
Yep, we're accommodating those higher traffic volumes on 229, so it is, imperative to take your time, get to your destination safely, plan accordingly,
Yep.
and we appreciate everybody taking their time.
Well, I appreciate that. Thank you for your
Yes.
time, Harry.
Yeah, thank you.
So as you can see, Sioux Falls, we've got a lot of work going around in and around our city. Things are progressing well. We're getting a lot of work done. We want to make sure that our traveling public gets through our construction zone safely. So if you have any questions regarding our projects, whether it's the ones that we highlighted today or otherwise, please go to siouxfalls.gov/construction and sign up for our newsletters.